With so much going on across the country and price for everything keep on rising, you may be wondering how it all affects real estate. Will home prices continue to rise? How will the real estate market play out in this current economic climate? Whether you're selling, buying, or staying put, don't invest in real estate until you watch this. The number one home inventory is limited, but it is increasing. If you aren't aware, some time now the real estate market has been dealing with low inventory. That simply means there weren't enough homes for sale to meet buyers' demand, a real estate trend that worsened during the 2020s. Craziness, but there is hope. Housing inventory increased 30.7%, the largest increase ever. Nonetheless, the number of active home listings in 2022 in September was roughly 40% lower than the month before, between 2017 and 2019. That's roughly 600,000 fewer homes for sale. But don't worry, we'll go over what you can expect if you decide to buy or sell soon. So, what does a low inventory mean for buyers? Because there's a lack of inventory, you must be alert when house hunting, because the best properties will most likely be snapped up quickly. Most homes spent 42 days on the market in September, which was 22 days less than the pre-2020 average. What does a low inventory really mean for sellers? Well, low inventory means less competition if you're selling a home. So if your home is in a desirable location or has a desirable feature, you can probably expect multiple offers. Higher mortgage rates, on the other hand, have driven some buyers out of the market totally. More on that later. So even if your house isn't the most appealing on the block, you'll still get offers, but fewer than a house like yours would have received in the last couple of years. Another thing to consider is that if you buy a new home after selling your current one, you most likely will be out of control. Because before you sell, make plans for your next home. Number 2, annual home values continue to rise. Yes, house prices continue to rise year after year. The national median home price for active listings increased by 14.3% to $435,000 in August of 22 compared to August 2021. However, this rate falls short of the average 60% annual growth rate seen in July and September, which could indicate that the pace of home price growth is slowing. And because there is still a strong buyer demand and a scarcity of available homes, prices are unlikely to fall. Although prices are falling from month to month, as is typical after peak in early summer, they will still be higher than they were at the beginning of the year. So if you're a seller, you should be happy. And don't worry, buyers, I have some advice for you as well. So make sure you watch the entire video. What increased prices mean for buyers. If you're going to buy a home in this pricey market, you must first determine how much house you can actually afford. Commit to staying with that budget at all costs. Don't succumb to the pressure of buying because you're sick of seeing competitors scoop up good homes off the market. I understand how frustrating it can be to wait for the right home within your budget, but you'll be glad you did it when your home is a blessing rather than a huge headache of a mortgage payment you can't afford. What increased prices mean for sellers? A nice profit could be on the way. That's great news because you'll need that extra cash when buying your next home. Working with an experienced agent who understands your local current real estate market will help you get the best offer for your home. And remember to hold out for the right offer. Some buyers may try to take advantage of you by offering a low price. If you're not in a hurry to move, wait for the best offer. Remember that when negotiating, the person who is less desperate always has the upper hand. Number 3, mortgage interest rates have increased. In 2021, the average mortgage rate, the interest rate fee for lenders charge as a percentage of a loan, was the lowest it had ever been. However, it has since risen. In 2022, the average rate of a 15-year fixed rate mortgage was 2.66%. In August to 4.56%, the highest in more than a decade. In the meantime, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage rate in August was 5.22%. By the way, this is one of the main reasons I only recommend a 30-year mortgage. They have lower interest rates than a 15, and because they expire sooner, you'll pay less interest over time. When it comes to saving money, that's a 2-to-1 punch. What higher interest rate mean for buyers? Higher interest rates can reduce affordability. So don't feel pushed to buy a home you're not ready for. But don't be scared. A high interest rate on a house you can afford is still possible. What higher interest rates mean for sellers? With higher interest rates, few buyers will be motivated to purchase your home. So while your houses were flying off the shelves a year or two ago, yours may be on the market for a little longer now. Prepare to be patient while you await offers. Number 4, risky buying opportunities have become more available. Okay, let's look at some other trendy, creative ways to buy a house. Rent to own. If you want to buy a house but can't quite afford it, some sellers offer a rent to own agreement. In this bad deal, you agree to rent the house for a period of time, anywhere from several months to several years before purchasing it. The benefit of rent to own is that you can get into a house quickly without having to save for a down payment. Additionally, you are not required to qualify for a mortgage right away. The disadvantage of a rent to own is that it raises your rent because a portion of your monthly payment will go towards future home ownership. With rents rising across the country, this is not the time to pay even more. And if you later decide you don't want to buy the house or something goes wrong, that violates your contract. You won't get your extra payment back. It'll be a waste of time. Furthermore, even if you are renting, you may be required to handle repairs and maintenance on your own. Doesn't it seem like there's not much in it for you? The bottom line, don't buy a house if you can't afford it right now. Continue to save for that down payment and wait until all of your financial ducks are in a row. If you're willing to put in the effort, it'll happen sooner than you think. Loans for down payments. A personal loan to fund the down payment is another risky real estate trend to avoid. That's the same as putting zero down on a home. You borrow the entire cost of the house, but at least 2 different interest rates from 2 different companies, which means twice as many headaches. Putting no money down on a house is never a good idea. Remember that down payments of at least 5 to 20% of the home's value is ideal. Buying a house with less than will prevent you from achieving other financial goals because you will have to pay way too much in interest and fees. Fortunately, not many mortgage lenders permit this, and it may even disqualify you from receiving the mortgage you require. But Leo, what if I'm not doing any of this real estate buying or selling this year? Well, you may be thinking, all of this is great, but I'm not leaving anytime soon. I hear you. But there's a very high chance equity will increase slightly over the last year. I believe home prices will continue to rise into 2022 and 23. With this, a real estate market crash looks unlikely. Even though buyers' demand is high, there's still a scarcity of available home listings. And regardless of your neighborhood, buyers are interested. So you're investing, take charge of real estate, friends. Whether you're buying or selling, make sure you do tons of research, know your risks. If you aren't sure, working with a financial advisor or experienced agent can help you capitalize on your investment or real estate ventures. Well guys, thanks for watching my video. Comment below if you got any questions. If you want to give me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. Nonetheless, hope you enjoyed it and give me a thumbs up on your like button. And I'll see you in the next video.